Everybody quiet now. Now what?
They said Deion Sanders didn't know what he was doing. His critics, coaches all over the country saying that this was not the right way.
Good morning, good morning. What's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building. And we got one for you today, man. Because I was riding, doing my work thing. Y'all know, everybody that follow me know I drive a truck. I own a trucking company. And I'm riding last night doing my normal, listening to my YouTube videos. And I come across this video pop up. So I wanted to check it out from ON3 Recruits. And the title of the video was Deion Sanders and Lane Kiffin, Portal Kings. So, you know, I come across that video, want to check that video out and see what's popping. So it's Jesse Salmonton and Josh Newberg. Of course, Josh Newberg's the host because that's his thing. And you should have heard the hate that they got for Deion. That is so obvious. And Jesse Salmonton just truly hates Deion. And boy, when Josh Newberg turned to ask Jesse Salmonton about Deion, you could see the redness pop up in this man's face. I mean, you roll his eyes. I mean, the hate is just ridiculous. And then they went on, and they was talking about the recruits and Shador quarterback. And man, I mean, it was just unreal. We just had to drop a bomb on him. I'm like, dude, really? That's what we doing? That's how we acting right now. But man, I'm gonna drop some of this stuff for y'all so y'all can get y'all own opinion. Watch the video. Make sure y'all, while it got y'all attention, make sure you like and subscribe and leave your comments down in the comment section. But we're going to get into a little bit of this action and see how it's popping off. And watch how these boys act toward Deion.
Let's talk about Coach Prime and what's going on out there in Colorado. They are absolutely getting busy. I try to count, but they're closing in on about 24 transfers right now. What do you like about their haul thus far?
You know, I like that they just are getting bigger bodies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even necessarily about a particular name, because when you talk about some of the offensive linemen, you and I have spoken on it previously. You know, some of these guys, you're getting two guys from Indiana. Well, how good are those guys? I mean, Indiana had a terrible offense in the Big Ten. Their coach gets fired, but at least they're just 300-plus pound bodies, and they do have some starting experience in the Power Five. I really like Mayers. You know, we touched on him previously. He is a guy that is not only a 300-pound body, but was an all-conference player at the CUSA level. And so he's going to be one of the better interior guards. And then I think it's intriguing some of the defensive linemen they've got. You get one of the Cade twins from Kentucky. You know, he's a former blue chip guy that Tennessee and other SEC programs were, you know, heavily in on during the recruiting process. He does have some experience, played a decent amount in the rotation for the Wildcats this past year. You get a guy from LSU, edge rusher. What can he kind of bring? I think is TBD. Benson, same thing from Alabama, or Barnes, same thing from Alabama. Hasn't played a whole lot, but they're just big bodies, Josh. And we know that's kind of what the Buffs need. They need a herd of 300-pounders, and Prime has kind of identified that and at least addressed the team's size issues. We'll see how it turns out in terms of production, but you at least have to like that they've just gotten bigger.
So we just bodies. They just bodies. They just 300-pounders, you know. They ain't nobody. They not 4 stars. They not better than what you had last year. They ain't nothing. But it gets worse after that. They go to talking about how Prime's setting up just Shador for the NFL. Like, he ain't got other quarterbacks. You just mentioned the twins from Kentucky. But you go on to spew some more bull crap about Shador and what Prime is doing just for him. Man, y'all listen to this.
Wall question here, but with the quarterback market out there, does Colorado make a run at a guy like a Malachi Nelson who has multiple years of eligibility still remaining? We know Shedeur Sanders is there this year, but could they make a run at a transfer portal quarterback this cycle?
They should. I agree wholeheartedly with your thinking here, Josh. I mean, you're not going to get somebody that's obviously going to compete with Shedeur, because Deion's entire priority is to, set up Shedeur Sanders for success and to get him as highly drafted as possible.
Deion's only priority is to set Shedeur up for success. Really? Name me a coach in the FBS that don't set their quarterback up for success. And their excuse will be, yeah, but that's Deion's son. So what? Like, you don't know he got two other quarterbacks. You just mentioned the Twins. This is put up on Sunday. You know he got one of the Twins and Walter Taylor from Vanderbilt. Come on, dude. I just put a video up on Walter Taylor anyway. Go like that, watch that, like that. Watch some of my other stuff. But, dude, really? This is what we doing? This is how we gonna go at Prime about what he's doing with his team. No, he just doing more than setting his son up for success. He's setting the team up for success. Then they're gonna go into talking about Prime leaving, running that narrative again. Why would you do all that? Are you trying to ruin his recruiting season? What is your motive? Because you know better. You do this for a living. I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. They just hate the man. Y'all listen to this crap.
If they do go after a Malachi Nelson or someone of that ilk, the musical chairs are getting filled quickly here in the quarterback market. But if there is another guy that jumps in that has multiple years of Power 5 eligibility remaining, or just 3 years of eligibility remaining, it would behoove Colorado to jump in. And it would also signal that Deion is serious about being in Boulder for the long term. Now, if
really, it would signal that Deion is going to be in Colorado for the long term. It's Coach Prime, dog. It would signal that he's going to be there for the long term. Well, where did he go get those other two quarterbacks for? Why is Staub still there? He's got 3 extra quarterbacks in the room. He's setting up for the future. What in the hell is wrong with these guys? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to say that they're saying that Prime is not going to be there next year? That's it. Why are you running this narrative? And this is your job to know better. And it gets worse. They just keep going and going and going. Listen to these.
They don't. I think you can continue to question, how long does he plan to kind of be the head coach at Colorado? He did obviously get Jordan Seaton, the 5-star offensive lineman. But if he gets another job, Seaton can follow him to another school. Obviously, part of the reason why Deion was not on any sort of, coaching market this year is that he wasn't going to leave behind Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter. Mm-hmm. That becomes a different equation a year from now. But if you can get a Malachi Nelson, you would solve a lot of problems for your future program. You would already have a blue chip quarterback waiting in the wings. And so I think that would be a very interesting move. I mean, we know that Deion's always going to be able to get the playmakers. He got Will Shepard. Another great example, another guy I really like that they got out of the portal this year. Very underrated player at Vanderbilt. He's going to step in and be very good next year next to Travis Hunter and Jimmy Horn and those guys. I mean, the receiver position is always going to take care of itself. He's going to be able to land cornerbacks. Who does he have lined up to follow behind his son Shedeur? Because Shedeur that was the Louis that he brought. It turns out a lot of the Louis that he had a year ago was, Samsonite or whatever. It wasn't the greatest luggage. Shedeur and Travis are Louis. They're all conference, level players. Malachi Nelson at least has that type of potential. Or if let's say if a guy like Austin Norvat, who thought he was going to be, ready to go at Oregon in the future, and suddenly they may be bringing in Dante Moore. Yeah. What if he becomes available? Another blue chip guy. So I like the way you're thinking. I mean, I think it would show a lot of signs about how serious Deion is about this long-term vision of turning around Colorado.
Yeah, and I think
y'all tell me how much greater can the hate get? Travis and Shedeur are the only Louis that Deion brought with him. Why are we bringing up Malachi Nelson? Because he jumped in the portal. He left Oregon. And Deion, Coach Prime, got 2 brand new QBs. Brand new. From the SEC. So why are we spewing this narrative again? Why are we trying to make it seem like the linemen and the edge rushers that they went and got aren't nothing? They're just beef. They're just 300 pounders. They don't play. They're not big boys. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'm out.